Hi, and welcome back. Let's talk about the Surface Duo 2. I want to, in this video, talk about 5 reasons why I think this is the best phone in the market. The best phone, well, you call it a phone, but it is more than a phone. But I want to talk about 5 reasons why I think this is simply the best in the market. I love it. I've been using it for a while now, and it's just an amazing phone. I did a video on 5 reasons why you should not get it if you're looking for reasons not to get it, so I'll link that in the description below. You can look at it. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why this is absolutely the best phone in the market in 2022, beginning of 2022. Ignore the haters. There are many videos on YouTube on why this is a terrible phone, it's too expensive, the camera is not the greatest. I think if you watch those videos, you'll see that it's just people who hate on Microsoft or hate on the Duo concept or whatever, or people who are biased to Apple or Samsung. But from a user experience, this is my phone, this is what I use every day. I think it is absolutely the best mobile device in the market. It's just amazing. If you use this, there's an experience you get that literally you don't want to go to use a single slap phone. You know how our phones are single slap phones like this, and you make phone calls and you chat on them like this, and it's great, but it's boring now. It's been 10 years or so. The last decade has just been one single glass phone, and we need to evolve. And this is not evolving just for evolving sake. When you use a dual screen phone like this, or a foldable like the Samsung Fold, it will be very difficult to go back to a single glass phone. And the reason is because this is literally an experience to use. It is an experience to use. Just holding the 2 screens and being able to work with it. I'm going to talk about 5 reasons, but there are possibly 50 reasons to why this is amazing. I'm just going to talk about 5 reasons, but for my personal experience, which I'm going to talk more at the end of the video, this is absolutely amazing device to use. So let's talk about the 5 reasons why this is the best device in the market. Number 1 is just the hardware. I mean, if you hold this in your hand and feel it and use it for a day or 2 and just experience it, it's just amazing. There's nothing like it. There's no phone out there that gives you this nostalgia that you get when you open this phone and you use it. Okay, when you have 2 apps side by side, the glass finish, it just spells premium in every way that premium can be spelled. The camera is much improved. It's not as great as the iPhone 13 Pro Max or the Google Pixel 6 Pro. I think those still take slightly better pictures, but then you have to really be into photography to want to look at that extra. And if you do, you'll find that they take better picture. But for an average user, I mean, I don't even take pictures with this, but it's more than enough for your picture use. But just the finish, the hinge is just so sturdy and premium. I think if I talk about this one, I'll use the word premium like a million times. It just spells premium in every sense of the word. For me, there's nothing to hold in the hand that is as beautiful, as premium like this. So that is the first reason why this is absolutely best. There's nothing to compare with it in the market. It's amazing. It's amazing. The second reason why I would pick this is just the screen real estate it gives you. So it's 2 screens, and if you can see that on this camera from above, it's 2 screens. But if you use it for a single screen, let's say you want to browse the web, for example, and you span this on both screens. Let's span it on both screens, okay? And you go to landscape mode like this, and you just read and scroll. This is just beautiful. It's basically a tablet in your hand, and you have large screen real estate on very clear OLED screens, 90 Hz refresh rate, synced together so they're refreshing at the same sync. So this is just, I mean, reading on this is you can't use this and want to go and use a single snap. It's just too small. This is double screen, and the aspect ratio is perfect. It's perfect. So you can read. It just gives you that screen real estate when you put it on portrait mode like this and you read your news or whatever you read, a document, you can sign a document. It's amazing. The screen real estate is amazing. You can write and sign and scroll. It works with the pen. So that's the second reason, just the fact that you have a tablet in your hand when you open it. Yes, it's got a space in between, so some things are lost. But if you put it on this format, this portrait format, you can move and read whatever you want to read and look at pictures, down or up, take it out of the hinge and you can view. It is a tablet when you want it, and then you span it back into one screen and it's a phone when you want it. That's just, for me, it's amazing to be able to have that screen real estate of this dual screen. This, like I was talking about the aspect ratio, this is just perfect. It's a perfect aspect ratio for everything you want to do. And when you just open it into dual screen and span it, and all of a sudden you have in your hand a great tablet. Let's go to WhatsApp and see how that works, because this is WhatsApp in one screen, and you can, let's chat with Amarachi. Let's say hi Amara. So you can chat on this, but you can also use the keyboard on one-handed mode, and you just want to, type with one hand, and you can do that. You can put it back like this, and the keyboard spans on thumb mode, so you can type with both hands like this. But then if you're tired of that, you just span it and put it on portrait mode. So you have this big screen to do your WhatsApp, and you have the whole screen as a keyboard when you want, and when you're done with that, you get the keyboard off and you have all this. That experience of being able to call for a larger screen anytime you need it, I think it's amazing. It's amazing. Now, the Galaxy Z Fold will give you that one big screen when you open it. That's the kind of experience you get here also. For the Galaxy Z Fold, of course, you don't have this division in the center. It's one tablet screen, apart from it's got a crease, but okay, you can live with the crease. So that does the same thing. That's just foldables and dual screens, for me, are just the way to go. You can't go wrong with that in 2022. So the large screen real estate, 8.3 I think is the size, is just the best to use. The third thing is note taking. So if I go to my OneNote, and I do this a lot, I write a lot. If I take a new page and I decide to write, it's just amazing to use OneNote on this device, or any of your whatever app you use for taking notes, and to just write hi, how are you, or you want to sketch, or whatever you're doing. This is effectively a pocket book in your hand. So you know how you go about taking a small pocket book and a pen in case you need to take note of something, and you don't have to go to book everywhere. Your phone is your notebook, and it just does it very well. So you can open it up and write, and close it when you're done. I think that's an experience in note-taking like you cannot find anywhere else. It's a book, effectively. This is a book. This is a digital book in your hand. So yeah, now you can span OneNote into both screens, and this is another reason I'm going to talk about why you should have the Surface Duo, why it's amazing. But imagine now I can look at my notes and I can write on it. So it's a book. That's the third reason why you should have the Surface Duo 2, why it is the best in the market. The fourth reason and the fifth reason have to do more with productivity. So everything we talk about has to do with productivity, but these last two reasons are more with productivity, and the fourth reason just has to do with the experience of using two apps side by side. So let's go. And I have some app pairs here that I've already done. So you can use them side by side. Take for example, when I go to church, this is my church app setting. So what it is, let me just close it again so you see it. Close both of them. So I have here, I save this app here as church. So what it is it's my Bible and my notes. So when I'm in church, I just click this and it brings my Bible and my OneNote. So I can read my Bible and take a note at the same time. And that is amazing. So you read the Bible and you take a note in church. So there's that kind of productivity where if you have just a one screen phone like this, then if you are reading your Bible and you want to take a note, you have to go out of this app and go and open your OneNote and take the note and then go back to your Bible. There's no reason to do that with this kind of phone. You have this opportunity to have both of them open side by side, read and write. And that is just one example, but there are several other examples of app pairs that we have. I think I have another one saved here, and that is my, so there's church. Let me find another one I have saved here, Edge and OneNote. So you can browse and take a note at the same time. That's also great. But also if I use my email and OneNote, or my email and calendar, or anything like that, it's to put two things side by side. You're browsing the web on one screen and you're watching a YouTube video on the other screen. It's just an experience. You know, if you are browsing the web and every time you want to take a note, you have to open the app on top of that, and that just slows your flow, takes something away from your flow. This experience here, two apps running independently, because you can close one app, I can be on Teams on this page, and if I'm done with Teams I can close it up and I'm still browsing on the other page. That experience is simply amazing. There's nothing like that. If you use that, and what I'm talking about here is just the experience in your flow. If you use that, you will not want to go back to a single screen phone anymore. It is the experience. That's productivity. That's being able to do two things at the same time without having to minimize one, get out of one to go into the other one. So that's the fourth reason why this is just simply amazing. And the fifth reason is similar to that, but this is some apps that are optimized, and when you use them, for example, if I go back to Outlook, and if I span my Outlook to two screens, which you can also do by default, by the way, and you open an email, it opens on the other screen. You see that? So I'm not stopping my flow. This is productivity at its best, because I can now look at that email. When I'm done, I go to another email, I check it, read it. It's just amazing to be able to do this. You read the email without getting out of your flow of emails. Now that's just one app. If you go to the camera app, okay, you want to take a picture, or you do take a picture. So let's take a picture now. So the picture I just took now shows up on this screen. What that means is I can look at the picture and say, okay, it's not very good, and I can adjust my angles and take another picture right here. And you can edit the picture straight from here. So you can adjust the crop of the picture, you can change the size, you can go and put some exposure, contrast, blah blah blah. So you can do anything you like and save it right there in your flow. Your picture is right there. I'm not going to save this, so let's not save it. Don't save. Okay. So you can take a picture and view the picture at the same time. That's an app that is optimized for two screens. And there are several apps like that. I'm talking about Outlook, even OneNote, even your Kindle. And I like to this device, like I said, is the best book you have. It's a digital book, and it makes me love to read again. So let's go to Kindle. So this is my Kindle app, and I span it on two screens. And this is my Bible in Kindle. You can read any book. Can you see that? See how it just feels like a real book. And I like the dark theme. It's good to read it while you are on bed or anytime. This is just an experience. I mean, imagine reading this on your screen. And then it's just small all of a sudden. But if you open it and you span it on two screens, and you have an amazing book in your hand, a real book that you can read and read, and it makes you want to read. That's the Kindle app. I talked about the camera app, the OneNote. There's several apps like that are optimized to use the two screens there. My Bible app is also one of those apps that are optimized for the two screens. Okay, So those are 5 reasons. Productivity. Now let me talk about my personal experience. I have loved using this device, like really. If I open an app here, just watch. You see these apps at the bottom, and they are lined on both screens. 3, this is your home screen. But if I open an app here, watch how they all come here. It's that kind of experience that you have where the device just knows what you want, what you're trying to do, and it does create the right atmosphere for you to achieve what you want to achieve in your productivity, in your flow. So you're not getting out of it. It just knows that I need to use this screen and everything comes here. That experience that you have, it's beautiful. So for me, the greatest reason to have this device is the experience, the feeling you get. And I say ignore the haters, because anybody who is hating on this device, they have not used it. They have not had that experience. There's nothing like this in the market. Now, of course, I don't work for Microsoft and they are not paying me to promote this. They don't even know I have one of these. But when I see a good tech, this right here is very good tech. This right here is the best tech available for mobile productivity. There's nothing like it. All of a sudden, I don't use my computer so much. I sign documents here, I read here, I write here, I watch YouTube here, and you can put it on. Let me show you something. YouTube. So this is YouTube. Let's find one of my videos on YouTube. Yeah, let's go to this video. I was just blabbing about the Z phone. So look at what happens. Can you see that? So this view here is perfect. This is the 10th view. It's perfect for watching the YouTube content, hands-free. And when you're done, you can decide to span it. And go back like this. I'm upside down. You can span it like this. Or you can decide, you can scroll here while you watch. So there are just several things you can do. You put it back in this format. Let me get out of the video screen. There's just so much you can do with this. Now, let's just talk about some experiences here. So you can use it as a single screen phone. You can use it as dual screen. You can put it in tent mode. You can span it and have one big tablet to work with. There are just several options of whatever you want to do. Read, anything you want to do. This is just, it gives you options and you are able to close it. That for me is an amazing feeling. Just close it. You're done or you're tired, just close the phone. There's no need to have your glass always popping up for notification. Just close the phone and keep it. And it's got amazing pen support. So this, for me, 5 reasons why I think this is amazing. More than 5 reasons actually, because the experience cannot be quantified. If you are in the fence thinking, should I get the Surface Duo 2 or not, and you can afford it, trust me, don't listen to the haters. Go get it. It will be the experience of your life. Trust me on that. But of course, it's an expensive device. If you cannot afford it, it's not a problem. There are some other devices like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip that gives you that feeling when you close it. It's a small phone, but it's not for productivity, but it's also an amazing feeling, when you use it. There's also the Z Fold, which is a good productivity tool, not like the dual screen. The dual screen is on a class all by itself. That's why this phone is special. There's nothing like it in the market. There are many foldables now, but 2 screens that work so seamlessly side by side, you will not find any in the market. So that's the summary of why I think this is absolutely the best device to get in the market. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. If you enjoy it, share it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Ding the notification bell so you get to know when we have new videos. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.